who's going?
Someone has to introduce what this
Fucking-
is.
Hi,
at the
I'm
start of this.
Jay. Hi, I'm Jay. I have a YouTube channel called JHA Gaming. I have a second YouTube channel called JHA ASMR. This is the first day we're going to be starting this podcast, and hopefully it's going to be running for a very long time. We're just going to be talking about, well, this episode, I think we're all going to be sort of trying to figure out how to do a podcast whilst recording it. So stay tuned, and hopefully we'll make this a great podcast. Next.
Hooray! Well, my name is Fear the Fox, and I'm hosting this whole debacle. So we'll see how this goes.
Hello
Next.
there. My name is Dark Matter. For some of you, you may recognize me from my YouTube channel of Poetic Horror, for which I tell how very short horror stories with beautiful music made by a purple planet. I've done 2 seasons at the moment, so please check them out. I am in the middle of doing a 3rd one, so please stay tuned or die.
Next.
Hi, I'm Ptolemy. I'm a freelance illustrator, and I'm on board with these crazies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks for that. Next.
Who are you calling crazy?
I'm Charmed Dragons, and my push to report button ain't working.
There's nothing quite like the sense of irony.
That is perfect. People are going to think we've done that on purpose, aren't they?
They'll learn the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was completely improvised.
Let's just
Okay,
say I'm
we're
pressing my
still
push to
waiting
talk
on,
button, and I'm coming through your mic.
We're still
How's it
waiting on
go?
2 people to introduce themselves.
Yes, Luca.
Shit. I'm Luca. I'm still Luca. And that's all you need to know.
Hooray!
He's also Irish,
Oh,
in
shit.
case you didn't realise.
Now the bullying begins.
He's called Irish for a reason.
That's kind of racist.
From the game of Cards Against Humanity we played last night, there was a couple of other things I found out about.
Okay,
you,
can we let
apparently.
someone introduce themselves?
Hang on a minute, because we're sort of eating into an idea of a special there, Dark Matter.
Yeah. Hi, Kazi.
Kazi.
Told the baby to shut up one too many times.
Uh-huh.
Hi,
And now it's
Kazi?
broken.
Ours is asleep and quiet.
Oh, please, Makazi, not now.
Well, Makazi's died. We'll have to come back to him later.
He is currently a space cowboy suffering from severe tonsillitis, and he's been given some seriously heavy-duty drugs. So
Mhm.
he may have actually fallen to sleep, or he could be sat on the moon by now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's passed out on the moon.
And you know what they say with space? Out in space, no one can hear you scream, so...
Trust me, he's not screaming. He's told me the medication he's on, and it's enough to kill a donkey.
Really?
Really?
Don't you mean tranquilize a donkey or actually kill a donkey?
No, close to kill. I'd say kill. Yeah. He
Can I eat the
hasn't.
donkey?
He hasn't touched the painkillers yet because the other stuff he's taking is so goddamn good. Apparently, he doesn't
Really?
need the painkillers. Yeah, he was hospitalized. Not last night, night before. His throat was closing up and everything. He had like a really stupidly high temperature. The doctor he went to basically said to him, "Yeah, I'm not letting you go home. You're going straight to hospital."
So
And
he
all the king's horses and all the king's men.
couldn't put my Kazi together again.
That was nearly the reaction that I had to the stuff they've tried to feed me.
I'm telling Mikazi you called him Humpty Dumpty. When he's just Humpty.
I'll deny everything. I'll claim I
I'll
called him an
blame
egg.
it all on you. Specifically you. Everything that
Switzerland.
happens from now on, it's all on you.
It's all on me. It's fine. I can handle it.
I'll hide behind him. He's tall enough.
Damned.
Hey.
But he's a twig.
Damned. How was I supposed to know you were allergic to brown sauce?
I'm allergic to pepper. What do you think is in brown sauce?
I don't know. I don't eat brown sauce.
You just did.
The salt of
Wait
the
a
earth.
minute.
Excuse us
minute.
whilst we have a domestic online.
One moment. Just Dark.
Yes,
Why?
Fox?
Do you have brown sauce? You don't eat brown sauce. She doesn't eat brown sauce. Why do you have brown sauce?
For guests.
None of
Which
you
guests would they be then?
I was
Who eats
so-
brown sauce?
I eat brown sauce.
I thought it was
I
barbecue
brown
sauce.
Ugh.
I thought it was barbecue sauce.
Well, yeah, but wait, brown sauce is almost dark brown. Barbecue sauce is a light brown.
Okay.
Even without the tag on it, you can see the difference.
Should we get back on track?
This is
I was
track.
gonna say.
This is the
Yeah,
track.
before we accidentally enter into a cooking podcast, which I
This
don't
is
think
the-
anybody wants.
This is the source of our information.
I have a
Aaron
question.
Ramsey.
I have,
Fox, really? Right, let's get back on track.
I have a question for our audience when we have an audience. Brown sauce or barbecue sauce? Leave a link in the description. Leave a comment in the description and tell us what you prefer.
Oh God, this is Daddies or chips all over again.
Well, I know my choice, but
You know, 10 years in the future, that decision, Jay, is going to cause so much heartache.
There will be wars fought over this.
It's specifically your fault. You'll be the messiah of the new religion.
Oh hell yeah!
There was a debate the other day on Facebook about what is better. Sausage sandwiches or bacon sandwiches?
Ooh, that's
what
a
about
hard one.
both?
I don't like either.
They're both pig. It's fine. It's all good with me.
No, you can
Yeah,
get
you'd love pig,
sausages.
wouldn't you, Fox?
Can I have bacon and sausage?
Yeah,
rather
why
have-
not?
I have. It's nice.
There you
I would
go.
rather have a bit of pig than a bit of sausage. Thank you very much.
Sausages are pig.
Pig in blanket.
No, you can get beef ones.
You can get
Well-
lamb ones as well.
Yeah,
And
well,
veggie.
the general term for sausages is usually referring to pork sausages.
You could also get ones made out of newspapers and food coloring.
Lamb
What?
sausage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lamb
Remember those?
sausage. Is that what I mean by convenience food?
You remember those cheap sausages your parents bought you when you were little?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
you've been eating newspapers and food coloring.
That was just you.
It was just yeah. This is
That's
your
so
life.
sad. Cheap
You were
sausages.
brought
man.
up on cocktail sausages and misery.
I understand why you are now what you are now.
I was brought up on turkey Twizzlers before they got banned.
That's
I
pretty
don't quite
horrific.
remember those. I don't quite remember those.
No, they came out briefly, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, but then Jamie Oliver got involved to say, yeah, these are bad for kids, get rid of them.
Yeah, but he
And then
said
he
that
cooked
about
crap
everything.
food.
Yeah. True.
Nutritional value of a twig.
I used to love the school dinners in school. We used to have like cake and custard and turkey Twizzlers. Oh my
no.
god,
Yeah.
turkey
Oh,
Twizzlers.
I did butterscotch pudding.
I remember pink custard.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was basically custard with like red food coloring in it, but it was still the same.
I did butterscotch pudding. I was weak at the knees.
With the school I went to,
you never knew if it was red food colouring or whether somebody slashed their wrists.
Ew. Nice.
Okay, so we've gone from allergies to food to suicide. Okay, we're doing well.
We'll be back there again anyways later.
Right, so what should we talk about on this podcast apart from suicide and domestics and food?
Well,
I think we've covered quite a few topics at the moment. I think.
Yeah,
Quite
we-
interesting ones.
We've covered 3 different topics in 10 minutes.
yes.
Topic is food.
So now we're talking about Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf. Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
did we start?
Hi, Makazi.
Hey,
Welcome
he's
back,
is he?
Makazi.
Okay, Makazi, would you like to introduce yourself?
Not really. I had to take the baby home.
Oh, okay.
So you're a family man.
We're not going to go there.
Yeah, this is not so.
Yeah, so if we assumed you were taking care of but yes, would you like to give a basic introduction of yourself?
Hi.
Okay, that's as basic as you can get.
Pretty
Damn, he
basic.
beat me.
But we all know you're a high-time gamer, so I don't know how many games you have at the moment, Makazi?
Wait, are you calling me a gay elf?
Yes.
Might as well.
I've committed
Nothing
now.
else to do.
Does that include board games, role-playing games?
Yeah,
board
yeah.
games?
Sure.
Yeah.
Tabletop games, computer games, and
Any other sort of game. Mind games, cruel
Easily
games.
over 1,000 in total.
Oh yeah. Got 20 million games in my Steam library. I'm so cool.
I've got 268 games in my Steam library and 112 in my GOG.
I'm not reading mine because that's embarrassing.
And then 1,185 hours in Dota alone.
Hello, welcome to my world, Jay.
Oh, actually, I've got 107 games.
Get out. You're not
See,
one of
it's not
us
too bad.
4
It's
people.
not too bad.
Although,
Leave.
Thank you,
one of
Jay.
them...
Thank you, Jay, for leaving me out in the cold.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
I'll just.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
bleep that
Well,
out. Bleep that out.
until I got involved with you guys, I had been out of gaming for quite a while. As in, the last time I had even touched a video game was back in my primary school years, and this was a Nintendo 64 console.
Oh, I missed the Nintendo 64 console.
I actually still have this console, but due to family issues, I no longer have any of the games. I won't go into that, but I do still have the console. But yeah, it's literally been close to well over 2 decades really since I even touched the thing.
Did you ever manage to come up with Banjo-Kazooie or GoldenEye?
I did have a James Bond game, but it wasn't to my taste, so I didn't really play it that much, and I genuinely couldn't tell you which Bond game it was. Now, I'm afraid, being a child growing up in the 90s, the majority of my game repertoire was Pokemon and Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry was a game.
Not Mario?
Oh yeah, I did play Mario. Yeah, I had Mario Kart and Super Mario, I think.
Not Zelda?
No. Yes, my horizons were very limited back then, put it that way.
That's okay. I was on Game Boy back at the time.
Yeah. My only experience with a Game Boy was playing other people's Game Boys, asking if I could have a go for like 10 minutes.
I obsessed over Tetris. Tetris was my game of choice.
And it's still hanging big.
Talking about earlier.
I did have a handheld of sorts that played Tetris. It was one of those. I don't think it was a branded one. It was one of those really old handhelds where Tetris was probably the best game you could have played on it because it was all just grey blocks. Basically, the graphics wouldn't have won an Oscar in this day and age.
Now, see, we've got a couple of consoles in the house now. We got a Sega Saturn, GameCube, which Jay, you got for us for Christmas.
I did.
PlayStation 1, Xbox 360. I think that's it, isn't it?
I used to love Final Fantasy.
Now we've got an Atari.
Yes.
You got the Atari.
And, and you may have a Nintendo 64 when I'm ready to part with it.
Hey, bring on the retro gaming.
And we got
the way.
42 games for the Xbox. We've got
6 for the
GameCube. And I don't know how many came with the PlayStation 1.
And we got thousands for the Atari.
Yeah.
Billions.
I really
It's
liked
like
the
seven
PlayStation.
wars
Really liked it.
full of floppies.
floppies.
And
No.
that's
Yes.
and this is the Atari that Fox rescued from a skip, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
It was being thrown out, and I inquired about it. Was like, "You've got that Atari? Are you doing anything with it?" And they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna chuck it out." So I said, "Yeah, hold on to it. I'll take that off your hands because it's a classic console and something that I grew up with. I grew up with the 520 ST, and this was a 1040 STE. So I was like, ooh, yeah, that's a significant upgrade on what I'm used to. So I thought, yeah, I'll grab that. And went back again. Was like, okay, so where's the Atari? Oh, chucked it in a skip. Okay, so I went out and looked at the skip. I found it in a skip, or at least I would have found it if they hadn't been doing some renovation work, and they'd poured hot tar on the top of the skip to get rid of the tar, and the ST was buried underneath. So I spent all day, and the only tools I had were a broken chair leg or table leg or something, just a wooden leg with a nail in it. Just hacking away at this tar to try and break it. Eventually got through to the goodness underneath and spent a couple of weeks putting it back together, cleaning it up, and making it work again.
Fox,
And that
everyone.
machine is still working now.
I remember that.
You poor
Yeah.
baby.
No wonder you're so good at Minecraft.
Yeah.
Tetris in it. Actually packs bags at the supermarket as well.
Yes, that's literally what I have to do to get him to pack bags to the supermarket. I can't say, would you pack the bags
Pour
for me,
hot tar
please?
in them?
I literally have to say Tetris to get him to pack the bags.
It just works. It instantly.
That's
you know?
adorable.
You say
Wait, did you
Tetris
just-
to me?
Did you just works me? Did you just Todd Howard me? You can't say that.
See, if somebody says Tetris to me, I'll just turn around and go boring and walk off.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Okay. What's wrong with what was it? Was it Asteroid Invaders or something like that? What was it?
Space Invaders?
Space Invaders, yeah.
Space Invaders.
Jake,
It had, it had asteroids in it.
What was
what was the game we were
playing?
playing together? Because we had to, we used to share the Nintendo SNES.
Super Nintendo DS, champ.
Yeah. Look,
Our brother got
got
annoyed,
annoyed
and
and
threw
threw
control
at the TV.
I don't bloody know. That was a
Sounds-
long time ago, champ.
Sounds about right, though.
Only
Only
Banjo
Banjo-Kazooie.
Might have been. Might have even been that. It was a Warner Brothers like Bugs Bunny and Taz game where if Taz the Tasmanian Devil got hold of the mallet, he'd eat it. So you couldn't let him near the mallet. You had to play as Bugs Bunny and keep Taz away from anything you needed as tools because he would eat everything. I can't remember.
Time something.
I know there was a time travel game with Bugs Bunny, but
That's the one. Bugs Bunny and Taz. And Taz used to eat everything. You grab hold of it and just go yonk.
No.
Reminds me of you.
So, what games are people playing at the moment then? What are we currently in the middle of? Like I'm
Dota 2.
like I'm personally, as I've explained, I've only recently gotten back into gaming, having been introduced to you guys, and I'm mostly
welcome.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mostly in the middle of a game called Slime Rancher at the moment. It's a first player sandbox experience, which I'm really enjoying. It's a very how do I explain it? You don't have to think too much with it. It's a management game that you can play as much of or as little as you want. When I'm not,
Kind of zen.
yeah.
The zen game.
And when I'm not playing that, I'm either playing Dota with you guys, or I'm starting to get into the Witcher franchise.
Oh,
you poor soul.
excellent game.
Excuse me, I'm playing Witcher.
Well, I am currently on episode. Well, I'm going to be making episode 2 now after this podcast of Minecraft for my YouTube channel. So I'm currently immersed heavily in Minecraft, but I enjoy Minecraft. I enjoy Dota 2. I'm also going to have to start playing a game that Makazi suggested for me to play, which was called the
Mech Warrior?
Tech Warrior.
Yeah.
Mech Warrior.
Warrior.
Close enough.
Mech Warrior.
Yeah, close enough.
Oh, close
Well,
enough.
installed.
Yeah, Jay, you may want to know something on that server that you have linked us all to in Minecraft. I have been doing quite a bit of mining, and I think I may have come across one of your little booby traps.
A booby trap? I haven't put any
Yeah.
booby traps in there.
Oh yeah.
Filled to the brink with TNT.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you what
He
that
lost
is.
all of his stuff.
No, I'll tell you what that is. There was a member of our gaming community who used to have access to that, and he was obsessed with TNT.
Yeah, well, I pretty much took all the TNT for myself. The only thing I could not take was that one honey like little button. The one that cannot be destroyed, basically the teleporting box.
Oh, you're talking about underneath the emergency thing. No, that was deliberately there, so as if we were stuck in that building and we couldn't get out and we needed to mine for resources, you press that button, instant mine.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore. I've literally diffused the whole thing by taking away all the TNT. So all you have left now is a switch.
Nuclear proliferation
us
has
all.
occurred.
Wait, you can get rid of bombs?
Hang on a minute.
Well-
Hang on a minute.
I don't believe that.
Well, actually, I kind of killed myself.
We're using a lot. We need to bleep this out.
We'll just replace it.
Force of
We'll just
habit.
replace it with,
Dark.
just dark or
dark.
dark matter.
That's a.
will do.
Do we have to call him Dark?
Just use dark matter, or just call just call me dark matter.
Okay.
Unless you can think of something.
Don't matter.
Okay, so I haven't
I don't
stopped
wanna
the
call him
recording,
Dark.
but as soon as I hear
Fucking dark.
that
Yeah,
name,
it's a bit
that
racist.
Pardon?
basically, we'll just carry it on from here. But all I'll do is I'll bleep out the I'll bleep out us using his name. So I'll find like a free to use bleep sound.
And that thing I said, you might want to leave that.
I didn't hear what you said.
Might want to play it back.
For the best.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to this back before we put it up. Anyway, so my night's gonna be pretty full. But anyway, I haven't stopped recording. Has anyone else?
No, I'm
Nope.
still recording.
No, that's good. That's fine.
leave it
I haven't
going.
started, so it's supposed to.
Yeah, we'll
Can't
leave
have a
it.
podcast
Yeah,
without bloopers.
Leave it going. It's easier to sync. You just cut everything equally then.
yeah. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Who keeps
Yeah.
clapping?
Sorry about defusing the bomb. Should we say?
Well, that's why I kind of put bedrock around the bottom of the building. So if you were stood in the building and you pressed the button, you wouldn't get hurt.
It's no one clapping. It's my chair.
Oh, okay. But yeah, basically what you've done, Dark Matter, is you've killed us all.
Nothing new there then.
I think they're asking me to put it back. I would if I could find the TNT. Unfortunately, when I dived from such a great height, all my items were lost.
Go into my house in the realm.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I've refilled up on everything I've pretty much lost.
No, I was going to say, if you go to one of the control boxes that I've put in my thing, it gives you 64 TNT every time you press the button.
Yes, yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the thanks for the HP, by the way.
That's okay. Luca loves going in there and getting himself some shovels and some pickaxes, don't you, Luca?
What are you implying? What are you implying?
Luca
I'm
likes
making potato fields and bogs and pea farms and all that jazz.
yeah, Luca likes to have things for free.
I was getting told off yesterday for nicking
I'll
all
give
of
you a
his
slap
meat.
for free if you want.
Oh, kinky.
We're
Never mind.
we're saying that we constantly find him at the end of a rainbow with a pot of gold.
Are we really going to start off episode 1 with the jokes? Really? Can we have some Welsh jokes? Oh, that's right. We don't have anything besides sheep shagger. Is that it?
Dude,
Oh, that's
Hey,
a
hang on,
pity.
dude. I'm Welsh.
Oi,
come
Luca.
on, Luca. Look at it this way. Look at it this way. We gotta tease them to please them if you get the drift.
No, Fox, you can't just be quiet and not do an Irish joke. Go
Luca.
on. I'm waiting for your impression.
No,
Okay.
I will defend your honor, Luca. yes. This is
This is
I
Wales.
can think of an Irish
Oh,
joke.
with emphasis on inverted commas.
I can think of an Irish joke if you want.
Can everyone
want you to
please
hear the
just
joke.
leave his Lucky Charms alone?
So original.
Luca, this is Wales, where men are men and sheep are frightened.
Where the women are men and the men are women.
Possibly.
Oh my god, I'm waiting for the comments to come in.
And therein lies the convenience of the lamb sausage.
And therein lies another episode of this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, an episode where it
Wasn't even 30 minutes. It wasn't even 30
Yeah,
minutes. You guys just couldn't
Let's
resist.
all pick on Luca.
answering all the people's comments at the end of the
I don't
day.
want part of this anymore.
So it's all right, Luca. You could
I'm throwing my fedora over the coal
you could
rack.
stay.
Stay is a strong word in this context.
Yeah, there's quite a few Irish jokes that I could come up with.
You are the joke. Get out. I don't want to hear.
Irishman sees a bump in the mirror and decides to put a plaster on the mirror.
I don't get it.
Or the Irishman tries on a new
joke.
pair of shoes and says, "Is it too tight?" Well, try with the tongue out. Said that too tight.
Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really are Dark Matter because that went nowhere.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey,
Breathe in,
you want
now
some,
in,
now in
do
a
you want some
minute.
aloe vera for that burn, mate?
Oh, feel the burn.
I wouldn't use
I
aloe
wouldn't
vera,
use
Jay,
aloe
you're
vera,
allergic
Jay.
to
You're
it.
allergic to it.
I didn't say me, did I?
Uh-huh. We were on about Dark, Charmed.
Who's being stared at by a dog because he hasn't eaten his dinner yet?
Dark dog. Yes. A dark dog looking at me, dark matter.
Uh-huh.
What can I say? I attract the darkness.
Yes, but you keep
Yes,
waving
but
that
you keep
burger
waving
around,
that
you're not
burger
going
around,
to
you're
be
not going to be dark fingered.
The reason, by the way, there's going to be so many beeps in this podcast, and this is for the audience, not for the podcast members, we've already discussed it, we know, is because we're all still in the old mindset of calling dark matter by his real name. So what you will hear is a hell of a lot of beeps. We're not swearing, we're not saying anything political, we are literally just beeping out his name for his protection. So we're trying to get in the mindset of calling him dark matter.
Yes.
I mean, it's going to sound terrible.
Yeah, well, I may end
Hey,
up missing.
Hey, beep.
Shut up, beep!
How'd you beep?
No. Okay, every single time someone says his name, actually put put Jay saying
The
Dark
irony,
Matter
the
every
irony
time.
here. The irony is that there's gonna be a beep followed by fuck.
That's going to be brilliant.
I had Jay on my mind. I was like, oh, that really kind of sounds similar to the other word that we can't say because he's like Voldemort at this point.
And they
Oh dear.
He who must not be named.
What was I going to say then? Yeah. The audience are going to be like, hang on a minute, he put the beep in the wrong place because he's got
Yeah.
beep fuck.
Damn you, Dark Matter, for being normal, for actually using your real damn name.
What can I
Why
say?
couldn't you be weird like the rest of us?
Hey, I am weird. I'm out of this world.
Literally.
I decided to pop down how to see just how how the human race is getting on, and quite frankly, I'm not impressed.
No.
There are no signs of intelligent life anywhere.
Nope, we're struggling.
We're looking for signs of intelligent life out in space. Why? Because it's not down here.
Adorable.
It's literally a case of getting an old world priest to saying we need to sacrifice a virgin to save the world. Looks round, we're all gonna die. Oh dear. So on a separate topic, anybody been watching anything interesting on the television or seen any films recently?
Lucifer!
Pornhub.
Oh, pleasant, my cars.
You're both banned from
really
existence.
pleasant.
Well, I just got back into watching some of the old classics like The Mummy and Predator.
Huh. Oh yeah, because you're into your horror, so yes, you would be. Those are the type of things you'd be watching.
Oh yeah, horror's my thing.
The Mummy? Horror?
Yeah. I only wish that
It's not really horror though.
I only wish that I actually had the full collection of Tales from the Crypt. Anybody remember that series?
Oh, I remember
We all
the,
do, we're
the
as old
cartoon.
as dust.
Know of it, but I don't think I ever watched it.
Our old brother looks
Our
like
old
a
brother
crypt
looks like a
keeper.
crypt keeper.
Ah, poor little fellas. When I think of their childhood, all those cute little maggots.
Are you my mummy?
That is... Okay, I get that one.
I've been watching
Lucifer and all of the Torchwood.
Actually, it was Tales from the Crypt that got me interested in doing my own series of poetic horror. So yeah, there you have it, a bit of background for you. Yeah, Tales from the Crypt was my inspiration for doing poetic horror. So
I've just been binge watching NCIS.
Any particular one? Because there were a few variations of it, weren't there?
Just the season 1 with Kate and Tony and
oh yeah,
NCIS.
yeah, just normal NCIS from season 1. I'm on like season 4 now, halfway through.
Oh yeah, you had the attractive one in the lab, and that's one where that 20 double cannot stop looking at.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And then of course you had the sergeant major, well the ex-sergeant major, should we say?
You know,
He was a sergeant. He was a sergeant major, wasn't he? He's basically the older version of Horatio, if you catch my drift.
not.
No, he was a gunnery sergeant, wasn't he, in the Navy?
No, not entirely certain. I think I've literally only seen the odd episode of it. My father's the more avid watcher of those things, but he watches so many of these American shows. More often than not, I get them mixed up because when you said NCIS, for some reason I mixed it up with Criminal Minds. So yeah.
From over there, I thought you were going to say CSI, but
no.
Yeah, pretty much the same show, aren't they?
And
Yeah.
obviously, I've been watching a lot of Doctor Who because I love Doctor Who. Apart from the fact they've turned the Doctor into a fucking woman.
I have never ever watched an episode of Doctor Who, ever.
That's fine.
I've never wanted to watch a whole.
Okay. Like I never watched an episode of Game of Thrones or
Likewise.
Lucifer or
Neither have I.
Torchwood
Yeah.
or Torchwood.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. What I have seen of Game of Thrones was accidental because I was in the same room as somebody who was interested in watching it, and
Yeah. Watching Game of Thrones is definitely accidental.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna be honest, I just wish I could forget it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, all those naked bodies and
Yeah.
and hunky hunks, including who was the
Included.
No. Who was the little one? Who was the little guy?
I know what the actor's name is. It's Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. 'Cause, it's genuinely posed of no interest to me.
I don't want to watch Peter's Dinklage.
Nice, Fox.
I don't have a television.
That is one thing you'll find with Fox. You could just be having a general, sensible conversation, and then all of a sudden Fox will just come in with one-liners like that. So, be warned, audience.
Hello.
Hey, there's no holes barred on this one, and don't take that the
No,
wrong
I
way.
know.
Basically put, Fox has been to the sewers and back, and his brain has been greatly affected by it.
And the rest.
Yeah, the problem is he drags us down with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be really innocent before I got involved with him. Now,
Yeah.
I am about by a sewer.
If our game of Cards Against Humanity was anything to go by, he won all 3 rounds.
Oh, God,
so yeah,
yeah.
that gives you an idea about what Fox is like.
It
Well-
could have been luck.
No, Fox,
Me
it
and-
wasn't.
Me and Fox met about what five years ago in a local theatre company,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
instantly it was like, oh, he seems like a nice guy. He seems like kind and innocent and stuff. Let's make friends. I was so
They
wrong.
did that. They
First
were
impressions are a weird thing.
I met Fox like 13 years ago when I just attended college, and yeah, I was as quiet as ever and a lot.
You go to college?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
As quiet as ever and a lone wolf. Yeah, I actually study.
I'd point out.
What?
I'd point out that when I met Dark, he was at college and I was just hanging around at college.
Yeah, that's not disturbing at all.
Yeah,
You were part of a tech group. You were, but
Yeah.
I've just started hanging around you. I actually learned how to talk.
I'd been to the college for like several different courses that I did several different things, and then after I finished them, I hung around because I was part of the tech team in the theatre.
He did more hiding behind the pillars in the library than he did anything else.
He did do that.
Yeah, I unfortunately picked up a couple of habits off of Fox, and I became his.
Careful
His
now.
right-hand man.
Yeah. Well, here's a bit of fun in a can, basically.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that just went dark.
Yeah.
Say hello to Dark Matter.
Yep. Whereas, and I think,
You'll need more than a paper straw, I'm telling
and
you.
I met Fox about 5 years ago as well. But we've been together for the last 2, and I think I think it's fair to say I was quite timid when I first met him. Now, especially when we were playing Cards Against Humanity the other night, people were genuinely surprised by some of the answers I was coming out with, and it's all from hanging around him.
I think some of us were quite surprised at some of the answers that Luca was coming out with.
Yeah, he was all, you know, he
I
was
love how,
squeaky clean and innocent at the start of the game, and by the end of it, we were all like, Luca?
Yes.
I love how we're all talking about how he's Zach Fox,
taking
like he's the big
this
fucking
long
deal here.
to realise that he's a cunt.
Why can't we talk about when we met Mackenzie or Luca?
I
Well-
met Luca.
Yeah, I met Luca 2 years ago on here.
Was it actually 2 years?
Yeah? No, 3 years ago.
No, it can't be 3 years.
3
No,
years?
Two years
no,
ago.
two years ago.
Yeah.
Same here, 2 years ago.
Yeah, I've only met Luca briefly.
Yeah, same here.
I've only met.
Who are you again?
Oh, hello, Luca.
Dark Matter.
Yeah, nice to see you.
I don't know who you are.
I think I briefly remember you because you said I was really funny.
No.
First impressions, everyone. First impressions.
Bertie's ripping up his sheep
Bertie's
again.
ripping up his sheep again.
Hooray! What?
Please, emphasize on the fact it's not a real sheep, Jam.
Well, it
is
was
it?
a stuffed
Well, it
sheep
was a
until he
stuffed
ripped the
sheep
stuffing
until he
out, so I
ripped
took
the
the stuffing out,
so
sewed the back up.
sewed the
Yes,
back
no,
up.
Charmed. What I mean is, don't let our audience think that suddenly this sheep was going "Mah" around the backfield, and then Bertie's gone out and ravaged it.
Oh yeah.
Well, it used to squeak.
Can we also point
But
out?
yes.
Can we also point out we're talking about a dog?
Yes.
Because I don't think that's been.
Yeah.
Taxidermy
Yes.
here. Taxidermy
Yes,
here.
yes, Bertie is a French bulldog and he has a toy sheep. So,
There we go.
And it's
Clarification.
now in bits on the
It's
floor.
now in bits on the floor.
Had
but,
a toy sheep.
back onto the TV and film topic, I've sort of been going rather nostalgic lately, as in a couple of weeks ago, I've been watching a lot of Scooby-Doo.
Oh, the original series.
Yes. Of course it's the original series. The new ones are shite.
Hey, the films are awesome.
Well, the old films are awesome, as in, you know, the ones that still... Oh, but then again, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island was the first new film they made, because that was the first one without Don Messick, who was the voice of Scooby-Doo. He'd literally passed away the year before, and that was the first venture without him. But yes, some of the newer films, as in, you know, the late 90s, early 2000s, were good. But like in recent years, like what's the Be Cool Scooby-Doo, for example. What the hell have they done? Like, the animation style is atrocious, and the characters are just insufferable.
The music of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Come on, don't tell me you didn't dance to Terror Time again. Come on.
To the creators of Scooby-Doo, we mean no offense by this. Please don't sue us.
So, well,
Also, your cartoon shit.
No. The only time it was shit is when they introduced Scrappy.
now,
I hated that character.
here's the thing.
I mean, like with Thundercats, you had Snarf. With Scooby-Doo, you had Scrappy.
In most
Who was that? Who was that annoying wizard in He-Man? That little mascot of theirs.
Orko?
Never watched it.
You mean Orko?
Skeletor?
I think he means Orko.
But I'm going to be totally honest, and this is going to divide opinions. I'm 50-50 on Scrappy. Sometimes I found him annoying, but other times I genuinely didn't mind him. Like in one of the...
Let me get him. Let me get him.
In one of the classic films, the Boo Brothers, Scrappy was one of the main carriers of that plot, because out of him, Shaggy, and Scooby, he was the intelligent one.
Well, actually,
I
Yeah.
could believe that.
so basically, without Scrappy, Scooby and Shaggy would just be running all over the
Probably,
place.
yes.
Chaos ensues.
Because the series I rewatched in particular was the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, which I hadn't seen for years, and I actually realised, you know what? I actually haven't seen all of the episodes of that. So
Wait a minute.
Did you say 13 Ghosts
Yeah.
of Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
Did you realise that there is a really interesting fact about 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo and the film
well,
13th Ghost?
I know the in the series, the Scooby-Doo series, for some reason or another, the 13th ghost was never captured. And
I was going more along the point of in the film Scooby-Doo with where it's the
Oh,
live
that one,
action
yeah.
one where you've got the guy who plays Shaggy is also in 13th Ghost.
Huh.
He plays a psychic.
because I know he's officially taken over as the voice of Shaggy now, because Casey Kasem, who was the original voice of Shaggy, passed away in 2014, but I think he'd retired a couple of years before that. But yeah, they did a series of the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo with a character called Vincent Van Gogh, who was voiced by Vincent Price. Yeah.
All right.
Cameos galore.
Yeah.
But we are 42 minutes in and we still haven't come up for a
But air.
we haven't
Suffocation.
Go back down under, please.
I'm going back down.
we
I'll go
haven't
back in
Carry
20
on,
minutes.
Jay.
we haven't come up for a name for episode 1
A
yet.
name.
Yes.
How about discovering how to make a podcast?
I was
No.
more along the lines of sausages, suicides, Bertie, and TV.
Yes.
Probably leave out suicides.
What does
Or how
that
about
button
this?
do?
Well, how about this? How about this? Shorter and sweeter, banter and sausages.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did Makazi say? I didn't hear him.
What does this
Because-
button do?
What does this
What does this
All right.
button do? Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's a unanimous
Yes.
vote.
Yeah.
Because like I know there's some there's the series Taskmaster. What they do for the titles of each episode is they just take something that somebody said during the episode and they use that as the title. Like, for example, they revolved the joke around something like an aquatic sewing machine in one episode, so that became the episode's title, an aquatic sewing machine. But yeah, what does this button do? That sounds fine to me. That's put me back to an episode of Dexter's Lab. Bloody hell.
That takes me back to a game that was called What Does This Button Do? Or 10 Ways to Die or something like that.
Isn't that literally every Paradox game?
Or is
What does this button do? Please tell me. What do any of these buttons do? There's too many
or
buttons.
it's
Yeah, dude. After saying that, they'll see you in court.
or it's a literal case of you say don't touch the button. Now I've got to touch the button.
Yes.
Dark.
Or dark, rather.
Of 5.
Why? Why couldn't you have done it from the start?
Oh dear.
I'm sorry. Who is this you're talking about?
Stop it! Making more work.
Yeah.
Stop.
So we're on a bleep count of what, 6 now?
Yeah, Dibs are not editing this one for.
No, I'm editing this one, unfortunately.
What do you mean for frick's sake? What does frick for frick's sake mean?
I'm being PG. I'm like someone.
No, you can say fuck all you want. In fact, you did say fuck earlier on.
I can choose when I want to be PG or not.
Fuck.
Well, it's either PG-13 or NC-17, depending on the language.
18.
As in, if you like Luca, we could trade you 2 bollocks for a fuck. How about that?
I'll trade you
Why are we
for
using an
nothing
American
because that would be
Extend
better
it
than
into the
having
triple
it.
X market.
Oh Lord.
Well, in that case,
Yes, hello.
it's my time to shine.
Yeah, all right.
Say again, Makazi?
I said, well, in that case, it's my turn to shine.
Okay.
Shine
Let
away.
it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Shine on,
Look at
you
you.
crazy diamond.
Head.
Loving the reference.
You're welcome.
We'll go on then, Makazi. We're waiting to be dazzled.
I might want to
That was
bleep
it,
that out.
man.
Pleasant.
Be dazzled away.
He said bedazzled, not vajazzled.
Ew.
Fox, I hate you.
What?
There is an actual male version of that. I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. I'm not a Towie person.
Cock
King
sparkles.
Charles.
No, it's
Um.
it's something Jazzle. I can't.
I need to leave.
I just
Stay,
imagine
Luca.
like a waiter at a restaurant coming around, and that's on the wine list.
What? Cock sparkles.
Yes.
But no, the I think what you're referring to, Charmed, is a Prince Albert.
Which is
Yeah.
a piercing.
Yeah,
Pajazzling,
it's called
by the
There
way.
you are.
Dazzling, by the
A
way.
9-carat Prince Albert.
And we go to our fact checker, Charm.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, what's
They're
up,
charmed
Charm?
facts.
We're fucking doomed. We're so doomed. Suddenly the toast has
Yeah.
bread in it.
Vajazzling, now you can
Vajazzling, now you
your
can
penis.
vajazzle your penis. Also known as a
A
gawanker.
what?
A gawanker.
Luca, you might want to cover your ears.
You know, you're absolutely right. She should be in charge of
Yeah,
fact
I'm so
checking.
pure. Oh, ooh.
You weren't so pure
Yes.
last night, so
Yes,
Luca.
Oh, I
Stick
forgot.
around
Wow.
with us. You won't be pure anymore.
Yeah, sure. It's not like I've been here for a while and I haven't done it already, but yeah, you know, it's a new thing for me to not be pure.
Yeah, you are slowly turning to the dark side, Luca.
If it's your side, I'd rather go to the other side.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's okay. You can come to my side. It's warm.
Thank you. Wait, your baby tells me to F off. No one's on my side,
He did
so
not.
no thank you.
He did not tell you to fuck off. He told you to
That's the
shut
second
up.
baby I've had cry. I feel great. I'm a horrible person.
Oh dear.
So, what I'd like to touch on, though, however, is the
Yeah,
meaning.
what do you say now?
The meaning of our podcast name, which is Clecs. Now, Ptolemy came up with our name because she, I'm assuming, speaks Welsh. She's the only Welsh person in this channel that does speak Welsh. So, would you care to explain what it means?
Yes, Clecs comes from the Welsh saying carry or Clecs, which essentially means to gossip. So Clecs is basically to talk or to gossip, and seeing as that is essentially what we do as a group on a daily basis, thought that would be an ideal name for this podcast.
That's perfect.
Since you're the only one who actually speaks Welsh, would that mean you're going to be doing this in subtitles for people who do speak Welsh and only understand Welsh?
I could, but
No.
Subtitles in a podcast.
but it does.
No.
Would those be
Closed captions
subliminal
at the end.
titles?
But as we were discussing last night, it also depends where in Wales you are, because there are actually different variations of Welsh. I speak Southern Welsh, whereas if I was to speak Gog Welsh, which is Northern Welsh, I wouldn't stand a chance, because we have different vocabularies. Like for example, the Southern Welsh word for milk is llaeth, but up in North Wales it's llefrith. And llaeth, yeah, it's
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
it's a double L, which is a sound. You sort of got to sound like you're spraying something out of the corners of your mouth. But
Or you're
It kind of
clearing your
sounds like you're
sinuses?
sucking something, actually.
that was the problem when I was in school. I was in a Welsh medium school, so every single exam paper I did, apart from English and French, were in Welsh. So I did maths in Welsh, I did science in Welsh, I did religious studies in Welsh.
How do you do maths in Welsh?
You just do, like.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
But
Yeah,
but say
yeah,
for
Done.
but for example, the word protractor, I have to force myself to use the word protractor because to me it's an onglith.
What?
An
I
omelette.
still know it as an onglith. Yeah,
Omelette.
that's the Welsh word for protractor. But
I fancy an omelette.
shut up, Fox. But the problem was, all our exam papers were written in North Wales. So there was literally a glossary at the back of the exam papers for all the GOG words that we didn't understand, because you weren't allowed to ask what this word meant in the exam.
Oh, so you were learning both North and doing your exam at the same time.
Essentially,
So yeah, that must have been
Yeah,
a bit mind blowing.
it was. And because Welsh is more prominent up north than it is in South Wales. They say if you were a non-Welsh speaker with a child and you were moving to an area in North Wales, if your child doesn't speak Welsh, they're not getting into one of the local schools. Your child has to speak Welsh to
Going
go
on
to
the
school
Welsh
up there.
theme, can anybody say the name of the longest train station in Wales?
Llanfire PG.
Yes, I can, but it depends if you want me
Full
to.
one.
The
Well-
full one.
It probably means the full. Okay. Llanfair Pwll Gwyn Gill Go Gerach Wyn Drobo Llantysilio Go Go Go.
But did you spell it right?
You know what? I'm not even certain of what the correct spelling is, because
LLANFARPWLLGWYN
Your language is so weird.
And there's the contents of the Scrabble bag.
Yeah.
By the way,
too many letters there.
that noise you can hear in the background happens to be Baby Charmed.
Which you will be editing out.
Yes.
How the hell
Yeah,
are
I
we going to edit
was
that
just
out?
about to say.
Good luck.
She just wants to say hello.
Yeah, that's not really
No,
gonna work.
no, that's not Baby Charm. That is basically Dark Dragons right there.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Oh God.
Dark Dragons.
Making a debut.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The name of that town is literally just so they found the trains were going through the village, and we thought we've got to make people stop here, so they came up with a ridiculously long name just to get people to stop
Yeah.
How bored we are
in the
Wales.
village.
Yeah, it does look like somebody just took the the contents of the Scrabble bag and just said, "Oh, screw it." There we are. We'll call it like that.
Yep. Because the name, like if you see if you see Welsh names, any Welsh name that begins with Llan means the
Alright.
church of. Like the beginning of it, Llanfair, literally means the Church of Mary.
I can never quite understand the Welsh language because it always sounds like somebody who's had like 1/8 and now is just trying to speak the speech of just trying to make a speech.
Yeah, it's Welsh is a very backwards language. It's like if you wanted to describe something, usually in English you'd use the adjective and then the noun, but in Welsh you've got to use the noun then the adjective. It's it is very backwards.
Please, please translate this in all known languages, including Welsh.
Yep.
That ain't happening.
Little
Yes.
red dwarf down.
Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Red dwarf. Red dwarf.
Yeah. Yes. We surrender utterly and completely. Sorry to have caused you trouble. Bye.
I honestly don't
Bye,
know if we're
bye.
going to get sued for some of the references we're using here, but well, we're just going to go for it.
Yes, well, it won't be we. You see, I'm the one who created all the pages, so it'll be me getting sued to buggery. So thanks for that.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you're looking at the guy here who talks a lot of references. So yeah, thank you for inviting me to the group.
It's a whole channel of references.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, but they're references that not most of our audience are going to get. It's like, for instance, we're all in our 30s apart from Luca.
And me, thank you.
And you. So, I mean, no one's going to...
Throw me under the bus.
So how old are you, Luca?
69.
Wow, you got a very, very young voice for 69. You must work out a lot then.
No, he's a leprechaun.
No, my balls never dropped.
A lot of voice exercises. Do, re, mi, fa, sol.
Sure, let's go with that.
You forgot the
You
debut.
forgot the debut person who's only 3 months.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's 3 people.
Yeah, I'm like taller than half of you, so don't even start that crap.
Yeah, well, the Dark Dragon is, in this case, in absentia at the moment, and until she actually learns how to speak Welsh.
Uh-huh.
I can't speak Welsh. I ain't
Yeah, I
gonna
can't speak Welsh. I ain't gonna happen.
She can't even say the name of your local park.
I would like her
I
to.
wouldn't have thought so. She
Well, I
actually
wouldn't
is.
have
No,
thought
what
I
you
would like-
can't.
I would like her to speak the Northern dialect. So, just to screw you over, Ptolemy.
Oh, thanks. Well, she'd have to develop a breathy accent. Because they sort of do sound like that, you know. They sound almost like they're struggling to take a breath.
They also sound like they're speaking through their nose.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, Northern
I
Welsh
always-
is very nasal.
Hey, I always sound like I'm talking through my nose.
Yes,
No, you're not, because it's not trumpeting.
It's just that proportionately, your nose and your mouth are approximately the same.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson, my nose is detachable because I have a heart. Because whenever I sneeze, my head explodes. Basically.
uh-huh.
You'll have someone's eye out with that.
Yes. Where were we?
I think
Sat at the
we're
computer?
at 57 minutes.
Times it again.
We're at 57 minutes. Do we want to wrap up?
Well, we haven't touched on anything, but yeah, I think for episode 1.
Oh, come on.
I think we've given the audience a pretty good teaser of what's to come.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're not going to have an audience at all now.
We've
Well, this is who we are. This is what we do.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about, and we'll figure it out as we go.
we
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, we got all the random shit out of the way, so
That's
let's
a lie.
start being more specific.
Don't even
We
try
got
that
flamingos
crap.
out of the way yet.
We will come up with a topic, I
He
swear.
says we,
will come up with a
he's
topic,
not
I
going to be
swear.
the one that does it.
Don't talk about topic, it's food.
Or why don't the audience give us a topic?
Yeah.
Ask what would you guys like to hear us talk about?
Yeah, I did. I sort of touched on that with the barbecue sauce / brown sauce. But if there's any questions, if there's anything they want to ask us, if there's anything that they want to know, we can say it on the next episode. So this was our first ever episode. This was our debut performance. We hope you enjoy what you're listening to. I'm sorry if it's very unorganized and there's going to be bleeps everywhere.
Consider it as a way of getting to know us firsthand, so that way you keep coming back for more, basically.
Yes.
If all of us in this podcast by next week end up in straitjackets in a mental asylum, we know that we took the wrong step in the podcast and that we've been recorded for it.
I will feel so much at home. There'll be so many more stories to go for Poetic Horror, seriously.
I'll try to get out of mine by next week.
And I won't help.
Comfortably padded.
Mine's comfortably padded.
So, does everyone want to say?
I think I ate mine.
Sorry.
I think I ate mine.
Ate your straitjacket.
It's chewy.
Oh dear.
I believe a straitjacket would be my sort of thing, like the tall, woodsy, outdoorsy type. Yeah.
So, seeing as he's been the quietest, or the two of them have been the quietest all episode, Luca and Makazi, would you like to send us off, please?
This has been Clecs Podcast. Thank you for tuning in and goodbye. Hopefully never to return again. All right, see ya.
Hey!
Hey!
Au revoir. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
KK, thanks, bye.
Well down.
Bye.
North Star.
Toasters.
Feet.